I think that this coffee meeting was genuinely a friendly meeting. If it was a business meeting, they would have gone to dinner. And so I think that is very important. If this was a meeting where Nico had every intention of bringing a trade offer to Rob Pelinka, it would have been a dinner. But they had coffee. And when it's friends having coffee and you're in the same industry, I think they were venting to each other. Or I guess in this case, it was Nico venting to Rob. Man, shit fucking sucks over here. Right? Luka's been going through his thing. He's coming in a little overweight. Right? His defense isn't that good. We're having issues with the health staff that he has with him, the team that he has with him. Right? He's not being cooperative. He's 270 pounds. Can you believe that, Rob? Can you believe that Luka Doncic is 270 pounds? And Rob is sitting on the other side of the table like, oh my God, I can't believe he would let his body go. He brought in another team? Nico, what did they say to you, Nico? That's what I'm picturing is going on in the middle of this meeting, right? Rob is like, tell me more. And Nico proceeds to tell him more. They're friends. He's confiding in him. And so Nico goes on and tells all about the issues that they're having. Maybe it was Nico the whole time that had some reservations about giving the Supermax $345 million to a player that cannot and will not stay in shape. And that cusses out the referees. And maybe Nico is noticing that it is impacting his relationship with the refs, but also their team's relationship with the referees, right? And Rob is hearing all of this, and he says, so what do you think you're going to do about it? And Nico's like, I don't know, man. Like, we have to trade. We would have to sign him, but it's going to be a lot of money. If we had to trade him, it would be so difficult because there would be no value. We probably couldn't get Jokic or Giannis or something like that. And Rob says, yeah, no, that's absolutely true. It would be really difficult to get a trade for him. No, you're right. But I think if you were to get a trade for him, I think it would have to be someone that plays defense and someone that's a big. And Nico says, oh shit, I think you might be onto something. Maybe like an all NBA and maybe an all defensive team kind of guy. And Rob's like, yeah, you know what? Absolutely. That's the only way that you can mitigate a loss like that, right? And try to be in a win now, right? If you were to do this, you have to be in a win now situation. You know what I'm saying, Nico? And Nico's like, shit, I think you're absolutely right. Meanwhile, this whole time, while Rob is trying to lead Nico towards the scenario that Rob would like, his wheels are already turning. He told us in the press conference that when the concept, as he would say, was brought to him, he's thinking of it as a play. He's trying to figure out how to make this happen. And then Nico says, well, what if I trade him for Anthony Davis? And then Rob says, oh my God, that someone is so valuable to our team. He's the defensive anchor. He's our future. We're giving the keys to him after LeBron. He's been an all-NBA player, all-defensive player. Should have gotten a defensive player of the year. Talking up Anthony Davis. He's like, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can make that trade. I'm sure he hit him with one of those. I'm sure. And then it gets Nico to thinking. And this is why this took a couple weeks. And then I'm sure Rob, and here was the kicker, right? Here was the kicker. Rob goes, but we're friends. I got you. If you need anything, if you need anything at all, just give me a call. I got you. I got you through this, man. I got you through these hard times. You're my guy. Remember we got to Kobe together, right? We made that scenario happen. We did great off of it. I got you. I would never lead you astray, my guy. I would never do that to you. And so Nico left that coffee meeting feeling amazing because, one, he got to vent. Two, his friend is supportive of him. And three, Nico thinks he's the one that came up with this Anthony Davis idea that Rob had planted in that coffee date. And fast forward, because they're friends, I got you. I'm not gonna talk that. I'm only speak to Jeannie about it. And that is what I think happened on their coffee meeting. I think that Nico went to Rob as a friend, and Rob saw an opportunity. And he leveraged that relationship that they've had in this trade, talking up Anthony Davis about what they need, about winning now. I'm sure he talked about, well, now you have someone that can compete with a Jokic or an Embiid or a Giannis. And Nico's like, oh, shit, you're absolutely right. You could compete with OKC. They got no bigs. You can compete with the Timberwolves. You got all of these guys now. And Nico is mind blown because he thinks he came up with this brilliant idea that really came from Rob. But I wasn't there. So that's just my take. Jayson thought about this hard as fuck, like sat in a room, legs extended, arms crossed with his face, grabbed nose tap with a pencil behind his ear with a desk with only a notepad and a lamp. Deadass, it might have been a candle. It might not have even been a lamp. It might have just been a candle.